one of the best countries of the world, which it deserves to be. So what are these 6 stories? Let me go one by one. The first is Abhay Pandey. Abhay is the founder of a company called Physics Wala. He's built a unicorn which is probably worth $5 billion in a period of 4 years. So why do I speak about Abhay today? Abhay is an engineer from India, from a place called Kanpur, where I studied. But more importantly, Abhay decided to work in India. He decided to build a business in India. And he's trying to change the landscape of education in India. He's trying to give quality education at price points that are unimaginable, using technology, just like you said. By the way, my speech is not ChatGPT, sir. So what do I want to tell you? I believe your biggest opportunities are going to be in your home country, in Bangladesh, not in the West. Do you still want to immigrate to Canada or Australia or to the European nations? Think about it. I spent 15 years in different parts of the world, and I decided to come back to India. And I will encourage all of you to make your home country the best in the world, rather than go and spend time in different countries that do not belong to you. So that's my first story. My second story is a student of mine. His name is Abhishek Dhawan. Abhishek Dhawan is a second-year student at Shoolini. I remember around 6 months back, he came to me and said, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do a startup. I want to build the largest cafe in the university system in India. And I gave him 2 lakh rupees, which is probably equivalent to 1.5 lakh Bangladesh rupees. In 6 months, Abhishek owns a business where he's generating profit of around 50,000 a month. Sorry, 50,000 a day. That's 15 lakhs a month. So what do I want to tell you? The best jobs going forward in the world are not going to be for working for other people. They're going to be in startups, in your businesses. Your own chairman is a role model for that. He was telling me his story. He was telling me that his father wanted him to work for others, but he decided to work for himself. And look at this amazing piece of work that he's done, a piece of art. So my question to all of you is, do you want to be a job seeker or a job giver? Do you want to be an employee? Or would you like to give jobs to thousands? You have to decide. Think about it. My third story is a dear friend of mine. His name is M. Ramesh. M. Ramesh is all of 53, a very successful professional. He and I were together with a firm called McKinsey and Co, which is the world's largest consulting firm, probably the most prestigious. He just retired at the age of 53. And this is the story for most people across the world. Most people will retire very, very early in the 50s. So what do? There is going to be a rise of veteran learning. You'll see people who are in the 50s coming and joining universities and becoming your classmates. But the fundamental question I'm asking you is, it could happen that your aunt or your uncle becomes your employee, reports into you. So the question I'm asking is, are you ready to be your uncle's boss? Because this is going to happen and will happen. Would you have that maturity to go out and lead organizations where there are people who might be way, way older to you? Think about it. My fourth story is Mihir Sharma. Mihir Sharma is an exceptional student. We have a program at Shoolini called the Summit Research Program, where we sub-select around 20 exceptional students across India to build careers in science, careers in research, and Mihir is one of them. Mihir is so good, then when guests walk around the university, and he's only in the second year, people think that he's a faculty member, and his boss actually is a PhD from Harvard. and they think that he is his boss. He's actually a professor in the university. So what am I trying to say over here? Many of you might come from Dhaka, many of you come from smaller towns. I believe that in the future, the best talent of Bangladesh, the best talent of India, and the best talent of the world will not come from the metro towns, the larger towns. It will come from smaller towns. These students will have the passion, they will have the energy, and they will have that tenacity to succeed in this world. So do you have that passion to compete with them? The students who come from the villages of Bangladesh, the students who are not privileged like you, but the students who come from smaller towns, probably studied in village schools and out there to conquer the world. Think about that. My fifth story is about Nick Studer. Nick was my boss at Oliver Wyman. I hired him there. Oliver Wyman is one of the largest consulting firms in the world. We specialized in public policy. Nick was 15 years younger to me, and he became CEO of this global firm at the age of 35. And this is going to be a reality. I believe that the future CEO, the future leader, will be in the age group 25 to 30. You all are probably 22, 23, 25 years old. And the fundamental question you have to answer is, are you ready to be a leader? Are you ready to be a CEO? Do you have that maturity today? If not, you don't have much time, probably 3 to 4 years to go out and conquer the world. So get the most of the experiences that you seek. Your chairman said you don't have much time, time is money. So go out, get those experiences, but most importantly, be close to humanity. Be empathetic to the people around you, and go out and make your people and your parents proud, and I'm going to talk about that. And my last story is actually me and my wife, Avni, who's sitting in front of me. We were successful professionals. I used to live outside of India. I used to live in Zurich, in Switzerland, and what a beautiful life I had. But one fine day, sitting in a beautiful afternoon in Paris, I decided not to make rich people richer. I decided to move back to India to start a university. And today, Shoolini is one of India's leading universities. In the recent Times Higher Education rankings, the World University rankings, Shoolini is number 2 in India, ahead of the mighty IITs.
Oh my God.
Huge achievement. We are India's number 1 private university, but most importantly in research, we are 39th in the world, and you can just count 35 international universities on your fingers. So how did we do that? I think what's needed is a purpose. And that's my final message to all of you. Find your purpose. Fill it with infinite love and infinite passion. Passion can change the world. Your belief can change the world. And success will be yours. So have an infinite dream. Be crazy. In Steve Jobs' words, it's only the people who are crazy enough to believe that they can change the world are the ones who do. So are you crazy enough to change the world? And if you are, probably you could be the owner of the largest corporate of the world, just like Steve Jobs and what he did. So my speech won't be complete today if I do not speak about the blessing of your parents. And I think your Mr. Chairman also spoke about that. Your teachers and your elders. So when you go back and hug your mother and tell her that you love her. I don't think we do enough of that. Please do that. And also your father. Daffodil International University is building a great center